Most times, you make your choice and never look back.
You know what's funny about video games? Some characters are walking, talking, vaults of gold, but you'd never guess it by looking at them. They wear old clothes, they live in tiny rooms, they sleep on the ground, eat questionable food, and never flex their wealth. Yet, lore-wise, they could buy kingdoms, corporations, or entire planets. In today's video, we're counting down 5 video game characters who are insanely rich but act poor. No flashy mansions, no gold chains, and no billionaire energy. Just quiet wealth and zero interest in showing it. Let's get into it. Number 5. Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid series. Solid Snake is one of the strangest examples of rich but doesn't care energy in gaming. On the surface, he's just a grumpy soldier, sleeps on the battlefield, smokes cheap cigarettes, wears the same sneaking suit for decades. But here's the thing, Solid Snake isn't just a soldier, he's one of the most valuable military assets ever created. A genetically engineered clone of Big Boss, a one-man army who single-handedly dismantled Metal Gears that cost billions to build. Governments, private military companies, shadow organizations, everyone wanted him. Realistically, Snake could have sold his services for absurd amounts of money, taken executive roles in PMCs, lived like a retired war legend, but instead, he lives in Alaska, in a tiny cabin, feeding sled dogs, no luxury, no fame, no interest in money at all. Snake acts poor, not because he is, but because wealth means nothing to him. After seeing war, manipulation, and loss, money feels irrelevant. Snake isn't broke, he's emotionally done with capitalism. Number 4, my friend, Geralt of Rivia. Damn, you're ugly. Why should I be in this list? In this, what am I saying, okay? From the Witcher series, of course. Especially Witcher 3. Now you'll see why. Geralt of Rivia might be the best example of fake poverty in gaming. This man literally negotiates monster contracts for a living. Kings owe him favors. Sorceresses shower him with gifts. And by late game, Geralt can own multiple properties, legendary armor sets worth fortunes, rare artifacts that museums would kill for. Yet, how does he act? Like he's constantly 2 coins away from starvation. He complains about money non-stop, charges peasants for monster kills, wears worn-out armor unless you force him otherwise. Lore-wise, Witchers are paid extremely well, because no one else can do their job. Geralt is also famous, respected, and feared, so why act poor? Because Geralt doesn't care about luxury. Damn, they are all ugly. He doesn't trust comfort. He doesn't trust anyone, by the way. And deep down, he knows wealth doesn't protect you from fate, politics, or monsters. Geralt is rich but chooses a simple life, traveling the world with only what he can carry. Also, let's be honest, he'd rather spend money on Gwent rather than mansions. Yes, you're ugly. Now, number 3, Trevor Philips, Grand Theft Auto V. Trevor is technically rich, very rich, But if you look at him, you would assume he owns nothing except rage and trauma. By mid-game, Trevor controls drug trafficking routes, gun running operations, smuggling businesses, and millions in stolen cash. He could live like Michael, luxury houses, private jets, designers. Michael doesn't have private jets, yeah? But yeah, Trevor could have lived like Michael, but instead, he lives in a trailer, covered in dirt, absolute dirt, wearing stained clothes, sleeping on trash. Trevor doesn't act poor because he can't afford better. He acts poor because he despises the idea of pretending to be respectable. To Trevor, wealth is a tool, not a status symbol. He hates fake success, fake smiles, and rich people pretending they are moral. So, while he's technically loaded, he chooses chaos over comfort. Trevor isn't broke, he's anti-civilization rich. Number 2. Bruce Wayne from Batman Arkham series. Okay, this one's obvious, but still too good to ignore. Bruce Wayne is one of the richest humans on Earth. Wayne Enterprises alone is worth billions, maybe trillions, and yet, as Batman, he acts like money doesn't exist at all. Yes, he has gadgets, yes, he has vehicles, but Batman himself lives like a monk, sleeps badly, eats poorly, never relaxes. He doesn't wear jewelry, he doesn't flex wealth in the streets. He doesn't use money to escape his problems. Bruce Wayne could buy Gotham's problems away, but instead he chooses to suffer. Why? There's a reason for that. There's a reason for everything. Because Batman isn't about comfort, it's about responsibility. Bruce uses wealth as infrastructure, but not identity. The moment money becomes the point, Batman ceases to exist. So, while he's absurdly rich, he acts emotionally poor. Batman isn't flashy rich, he's burdened rich. And number 1, Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza Like a Dragon series. Kazuma Kiryu is the ultimate example of rich but acts poor. This man has controlled massive Yakuza funds, had access to underground fortunes, earned millions through businesses and side activities. At different points in the series, Kiryu could easily live in luxury. But how does he live? Tiny apartments, simple clothes, modest meals, walking everywhere like a regular guy. Kiryu has one core belief: money should never define who you are. He spends money freely on others, helping orphans, supporting friends, fixing problems quietly. Kiryu doesn't hoard wealth. He doesn't show it. He doesn't even talk about it. In a world obsessed with power and money, Kiryu acts poor as a form of moral rebellion. He proves that dignity isn't something you buy. That's why Kiryu isn't just rich, he's spiritually untouchable. And there you have it, 5 video game characters who are insanely rich but live like money never mattered. What's interesting is that all of them share something in common. Just like the characters from our previous video, top 5 characters who don't care about anything, these characters have already moved past wealth. Money didn't fix their pain, didn't define their identity, didn't give them peace. If you enjoyed this list, you'll definitely enjoy that one. Because together, these two videos tell one big story. True power in games isn't wealth or apathy. It's choosing what matters and ignoring the rest. So if you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out next. And if you enjoy deep dive gaming lists like this, subscribe to the channel Susha Prime so you don't miss the next video. It's all about the psychology of video game characters. I am really happy to share them with you. So thanks for watching, my dear friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for sticking with me, staying with me through the end of the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Farewell.